country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Handoff to Jones. Got enough for the first down. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Terry. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Right down the middle. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think
picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offense is low.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, I know he's going to be really upset with himself because you have all these goals and all these things you want to do, and you come in your first touch, man. You cough it up, but you got to put it behind you. This defense needs to come out now, be ready to play, fight back, build some momentum back the other direction.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And, guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. The corners are walked up tight. Power football with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line. as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Wide out, trying to get it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this one is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding them to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Offense gets set for second down.
Military, step cooler 18. Cooler 18. Forward face fake. Forward fake.
Off the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third downs. Their first opportunity, that one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
And the Canes will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking downfield on first down. Going for the big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is Not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of this decision making.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Off play action on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Ball's in the deep ball. Off and running. The 20. He's at the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. And off to Jones. Plows through the defense. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that play.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Yeah, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go...
He's got it down the left side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Tight end now in motion. The offense changing the play. Trying to get the edge on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas State is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to North Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Hand off to Jones. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
They punted away on 4th down. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down. With the catch, it's Brown. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Running back searching for a hole. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release on the RPO. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Got it in the middle, it's Terry. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
That's caught. It's Johnson. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Missouri! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Operating in the red zone here on second down. And off to Jones. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Absolutely center cut. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 24 to Mississippi State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck and can't hang on. He muffs it.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That return is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense called a break and fell.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Westbrook. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Grab near the marker. It's Yates. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he makes the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone.
34, Missouri 6.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Good timing on the quick out. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got...
Sends it downfield. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go-bombs. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Gets it out quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using the quick game. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense.
Really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Carr. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
Sneak gets it done.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this. this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. BYU was far from the friendly confines of LaVell Edwards Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. He'll take the deep shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the touchdown Hurricane. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back with him.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Terry. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the big fella. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll start this drive with a pass. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Hunt is on its way. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. And off to Jones. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and fires complete. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Kind of like that big, reliable security. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Makes the catch down the right side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Takes it the other way. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. We reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Westbrook. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, Canes!
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. It simply can't happen.
They'll move the tight end. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Never a doubt. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start in the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Carr. And works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game? Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Going for the big play. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. They'll try the outside to the left. Across the 35. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing.
Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming...
to Columbia, Missouri, and Faurot Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.